No, mate, well, good. But look, we've got to talk about Harry Kane.
You do.
He's on the radar, obviously, of Bayern Munich, who made an offer, but not a very big one. But PSG have now raised interest in him. Now, you wanted to talk about this because he's 47 goals away from equaling Shearer's record, 48 goals away from breaking it. Mm-hmm. But you think that Spurs should sell him?
Well, what was really interesting today was that Postecoglou done his press conference. I've got to say, I like what I see. I like what I hear out of Postecoglou. There's someone there very confident in what he's done previously, and he has no qualms about coming into, let's be fair, the toughest league in world football, right? But he don't look fazed by it. But he was really interesting. We're going to play some clips that he said, and he made light of it, that it was the third question he was asked about Harry Kane. Right, the third question. Now, obviously, when you've got someone like Harry Kane is last year, and there's so much speculation about PSG have been linked with him, Bayern Munich have been linked with him, Man United, that seems to have gone away. But it looks increasingly like, and we don't know for sure, that Harry Kane will not be signing a new contract to Spurs. So Daniel Levy has got two decisions to make. One, either he keeps him for next season and tries to and hopes that he will convince him to sign a new contract. Rumour has it he's been offered a new contract anyway. Don't know how true that is. Or he cuts his losses now, doesn't risk losing the thick end of £80 million, there or thereabouts, somewhere between 80 and 100. Let's use that fee. He's going to lose that money. Now, Daniel Levy is not a stupid businessman by any stretch of the imagination, but he'll find himself in a situation very soon where he's got to make that call. It's getting closer and closer. And you heard Postecoglou there. What he doesn't want, and that's his first interview, right, as Spurs manager in front of the world's press. Yeah. Imagine what it's going to be like next March, when all of a sudden Harry Kane's got 3 months left of his contract. You don't want that circus.
I know, but if
you don't need that circus.
If it gets to that point, Jace, then you have to accept that Spurs, he is the talisman of the football club. You've got a new manager who's come in. He wants Harry Kane. There's no manager in the world that doesn't want Harry Kane in their side. He scored 30 goals last season in the Premier League. He's absolutely flying. He's at the top of his game. Yep. He wants him in the team. He's not going to go to Daniel Levy and say, oh, you know what? I don't know if I can deal with this circus. Let's get rid of him. Let's get the 100 million in or whatever someone's going to pay and, I can rebuild. He's not going to do that. He wants the best striker in the world in his side. Well, regardless, he don't care about whether he goes for nothing. And as well, Jason, Spurs didn't pay anything for him. He come through our academy.
Yeah, but you don't want to be given you don't want that player to leave for nothing. That's
Why?
Not.
He's been a loyal servant to the football club.
He has.
Why?
Because you've got to replace him. And replacing him with £80 million now is going to be easier than replacing him next season for nothing. And I'm not totally convinced that what you're saying about Postecoglou, I think he wants to either know for next season and beyond who he's going to have a player for 1 year. I know how good Harry Kane is, and you're absolutely right. He's not going to say no to him, but you heard his press conference. He's going to be given what he's given. What would concern me if I was a Spurs fan is there being this every single press conference about Harry Kane. What's happening? Where's he going? Who's he signing for?
We had this last season, Jace. Spurs fans, we had all this last season, and we just brushed it under the carpet, and he got on with his job, and he scored 30 goals.
Yeah, this is different. The manager's come in. He doesn't want that. He wants to know who he's going to have this season.
He wants Harry Kane.
Well, look, I'm not going to say he doesn't want Harry Kane. But what I am saying is, I think he would much prefer to know exactly what he's got this year and plan for next year. He loses Harry Kane next year. He's got to start again.
I know, but the problem you've got, Chase, even if you sell him now, you can't replace him. Two reasons. You can't replace Harry Kane unless you sign another world-class striker. A world-class striker is not going to Tottenham this season. We're not in European football. Why would anyone sign for Tottenham?
You got a better chance to replace him with £80 million this summer than no money next summer.
Yeah, but if you're spending £80 million on a striker, Jace, he's not going to sign for Tottenham.
So you'd happily just let him sit there, lose £80 million, and next season have to go and replace him.
It's not my money.
No, but I'm saying Daniel Levy. He's not. I just don't see him doing that, mate. I don't. Look, he might feel that Harry Kane's going to sign a new deal, which he can try. But the fact that Bayern Munich are coming in now, making the offer, I think the best move for everyone, Postecoglou, Spurs, Daniel Levy and Harry Kane, is to take it now and plan for the future this season and beyond.
Nonsense. It's absolute nonsense, man. How can you even say that?
Oh, look, you know what I think of Kane. But I also know that managers come in and Postecoglou. You heard him say he made light of it. We're going to play bits. No, but you've got to have a striker next season. You've got to make sure you move forward as a football club. I think he'll be starting again. I think it puts him back I think it puts him back 6 months. He's got to then come in, the new striker, and change the way he plays again. I think you've got to rip it up and start again.
Hold on, but if you're Harry Kane, now here's a question for you. If you're Harry Kane, you're 48 goals away from the record of the Premier League.
Yeah.
You're 2 seasons away from it.
No, you're right.
So why would you leave? You're mad to leave when you can break a record.
I'm amazed that we've had a conversation this after Bayern Munich made an offer that it hasn't gone away. And the fact that it hasn't gone away tells me there is more to this than just them making an offer. They're not going to chase a player that doesn't want to join them. I think Kane's thinking about it, mate.
All right, well, Spurs fans, what do you think? 03717 22 33 44. Anyone else you want to have your say on Harry Kane? Let's go to Gary. He's a Celtic fan. All right, Gal.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good,
All
mate.
right, guys.
Thanks for phoning up. Obviously, you've had Postecoglou at Celtic, was hugely successful. How do you think he'll be dealing with Harry Kane?
Postecoglou, he'll sit down with Harry Kane on Wednesday or whenever the guy comes back to training, and he'll have an honest conversation with him. And if he even gets a hint that Harry Kane doesn't want to be there, Postecoglou will get rid of him. He will not have him hanging about the place. He will get rid of that guy.
Well, why do you think that, though? Because, let's be honest, him dealing with players at Celtic and him dealing with players at Tottenham are completely different.
No, I appreciate that, but I think you hinted as well, he'll want to know what he's got to work with now, not later on or next at the end of the season. And he just, if players don't want to play for him, I don't want to be there, they won't be there. He's done it at Celtic, maybe on a lesser scale.
But Gary, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But I don't think Harry Kane's going to walk into the office and say, I don't want to play for you. Because he's had interest in the past from Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. He wanted to leave, it didn't happen, and then he still scored goals.
Postecoglou will very quickly work out what Harry Kane wants to do. But a hint that he doesn't want to be there, he will not be interested in him. He will just drop him. So Daniel Neville would be better to take 80 million euros or pounds, whatever it is you can get from now, and get on with it, because
you're talking.
Sort him out.
Go on, Gary. Let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a question. Just he's never had to deal with a player like Harry Kane, though, has he?
Listen, honestly,
this calibre. We're talking about one of the best players in the world, best strikers in the world right now, and that's not. I'm not being disrespectful to Celtic, but I'm just. That is the scale of this player. He is one of the best strikers in the world. You can't just banish a player of that quality because he's got a year left on his deal.
Listen, I'm not saying he's going to banish him, but he'll quickly suss where the guy wants to play for him or not, or where he's interested. And he'll want to build a team now, not wait till next year and see what happens with Harry Kane. And I'll tell you guys, honestly, you have got a great manager in Postecoglou. He's underestimating the guy. He will do very, very well.
No, I like him. I've been saying
no one's underestimating him on this show.
No, I like him.
The complete opposite. I think
he's unhappy to underestimate what he did in Scottish football. That's the kind of annoying thing about it. It doesn't matter what level he's playing at. He will quickly suss out all the players down there, and you have to want to play for him and the style of football he wants to play. And if you do that, honestly, you guys you'll be raving about Ange Postecoglou.
Hope not.
Anyway.
But Jeff,
Gary,
you remember, cheers guys, if you remember Harry Kane's start to the season after that Manchester City talk didn't happen, he was terrible. He really got off to a slow start. Some of the crowd weren't really happy. The fact that he wanted to leave, it really didn't work out for him. Eventually got his act together.
It wasn't just that though. It was he had a big tournament that summer. He was tired.
I'm not convinced. I think that has had as much to do with it as anything. And
disagree.
I think what you said there is absolutely right. If you move forward as one, what is he going to work with? It's almost like having a blank canvas. Harry Kane is such a big part of Spurs, enormous. I don't think it makes Postecoglou's job any easier by having him this year and not next. I think it makes it harder. Know what you got now, work towards that. Work towards where he's gone to be and how he's going to change Spurs into the side that he wants.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.